Well, hello. It's a strange time of day for me to be going live. I don't know who all is here, but welcome, welcome. We're going to do a Divine Masculine reading. I did set the chat to members only. If you're not a member yet and you want to join, all you have to do is click the join button next to the subscribe button on my page. I did that because the last video I did, something happened with the chat. It's not even showing up. And so I just wanted to make sure that there's nothing going on with the channel. So I figured I would keep it kind of limited. So it might only be you in there, just so you know. Hello. Otherwise, do join us. I'm going to bless and shuffle. And I have a feeling that there are going to be some of you who this is actually the perfect time to be receiving this message. This is not going to, I don't know. It's not to say that if you watch this later, it's not going to be valuable, but I have a feeling that even though I feel weird doing this at, basically 3 o'clock in the afternoon in the US, that for some reason, if you're able to see this, this was like providence. So let's go. Already starting. Oy vey. Man. Okay. Wow. Okay. Before I even go any further, I see a divine masculine who has been having fun playing the field. I do not necessarily think that means that they've been out doing this and that with everybody. What I mean by that is over the years, there's been some enjoyment for them not settling down with one person forever, even if they had long-term relationships, because there was something really exciting about being able to, I don't know, always know that once they've had their fill of this one person or situation, that they could go out and get something new and fresh. And so it's kind of interesting to see this. It's interesting to see this only because now they're looking back and they're going, how many of those people were the ones who got away? How many mistakes have I made where I pushed someone, to the brink, or lost someone that was really beautiful and valuable because I was always looking ahead? They had this dream, and I guess this might be a societal thing or something, where they think that being the King of Pentacles, which again is what most of our divine masculines in their low vibration, that is their goal. That is the top of the mountain for them, is they want to have physical wealth. They want to have, a sense of abundance and prosperity where they have power. They believe money and power are equal. And so they saw the future as a point where, they didn't need to be settled down, because in movies and in TV, you can be doing whatever you want with whoever you want, and you're going to have people all over you, wanting you, all of this stuff. And it's kind of like, whoa, why is it that your idea of a good dynamic or a good relationship or, being powerful involves you being like kind of a player? Why? And it's because that's what they always idolized. And so now they're looking back and realizing their vision of a divine partner and their vision of who they would be as a divine partner in the future don't go together, because deep down they do want someone that they can trust. And they do recognize that they've kind of had small glimpses into that future, and there's no trust there. You can't believe anything that happens in those relationships. So this is interesting to see already, that they're having to take some time to make some decisions, and they're really in their head, but they're thinking, that's not a way, how do you say that? They're thinking with their emotions. They're using their emotions in their cognitive processing. It's not just thought anymore. Oh, thank you, Maria. Oh, what up, Katie? Katie in the house. Welcome to Spark, Katie. Hi, Karma. Who else is here? Itty Bitty Karma and Jay Renee. What's up, guys? Okay, so What do we have? Wow. Two of Swords. Yes, definitely thinking. But I think that this is the energy we're leaving behind. I think this is the energy they're starting to recognize has been the problem is they knew they weren't happy with the dreams that they had, but they also could not figure out how to make sense of it. Like how to justify, because if once they did that, they knew they would have to give up on the dream that they had. It was too much confusion. So they said, you know what, let me just kind of leave everything up in the air, leave it out in the open. Let me not really stress it. Let me not worry about it. But now they're realizing doing nothing, changing nothing is not helping me. In fact, I'm miserable. Hold on. What's this? Haha, look at that. The freaking tower. A significant a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. DM, what it do? What it do? Okay, interesting. All right, so hold on. What's back here? What don't we know about this? Aw, thank you. She who dances. I like your name. I like that a lot. She who dances. Pop, pop. Okay, sorry. Focus, Grace. Look at this. Wow. Look at that. Wow. So we just saw the tower in the middle. Someone is reflecting on their life experiences. We have the Two of Swords energy, but when you add the new beginning, the revelation that leads to change, the recognition that it's time to change our mind, change our situation, and make a difference in our life, what happens? Boom, the renewal comes. This is incredible. What we're not considering about this is that the divine masculine has not been evaluating the facts. And they've not been evaluating the facts with their whole truth, because they can evaluate the facts and say, oh yeah, I'm just going to use my brain and my logic. I'm going to ignore everything else. But that's not a full, complete decision. You were making a decision solely based on logic, and you can't always do that because it's going to hurt people, including you. But when you make a decision on love and logic, you understand? When you make a decision on love and logic, that is where things really start to change. That is where things really get better and become different. Time to move in a new direction. Okay, King. Okay, King. I see you. All right, so what do we got here? Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Hold on, I can't keep up. Thank you, Kanani. That's a sexy name. Kanani. Sorry. Sorry. And thank you, Jay Renee. I'm sorry, that was mean. I hope that wasn't inappropriate. I promise if you're a child, I'm not coming on to you. Okay, I'm done. The Hermit and the Sun. You see all this major energy in the 5D? This is a great place to start. What's in the middle? The 10, the wheel. The wheel is moving. The old and the young, Father Time, is coming back in fresh. This is dope. This is dope. Okay, let's see. Can't hold it. Oh my gosh. It's like someone trying to keep a baby in. Hold on. No way. You can't keep the baby. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Okay, hold on. This is crazy. Look at this. Bro, this is crazy. What? Oh my gosh, you guys, the syncs are crazy. So we saw the Six of Cups here. We saw the Judgment card, and now we have the Six of Cups and the Judgment card in the 5D. Divine Masculine is aligning with Divine. And guess what? You are, as the Divine Feminine, if you're watching as a DF, you are in this energy as well. You are in this energy as well. Now, you probably won't see yourself as much here. You can, we're mirrors, so you can. But here, this is what you need to know even about you. This is the Divine Feminine in training card. This might be telling you, listen, you also need to stop pretending there isn't a problem. And that doesn't mean that you must be with the wrong person, or you must be crazy if you think union's around the corner. That's not what this is saying. You see, you have such a strong emphasis on when is my union, that you keep missing all the messages you're supposed to be getting. Stop doing that to yourself and receive the message that's supposed to come. Review and evaluate the facts, not based on when is union, but what it is that you need to be doing now until union happens. Because guess what? The Divine Masculine is shifting. What we see right now is we see 8 total in the 5D. We see a karmic return. And you might think, oh, I don't want to hear that. Why? Because when we hear the word karmic, we always associate it with a person who has taken our divine counterpart away from us. And I hear people all the time, black magic. And no. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It doesn't matter what you think is happening. Nothing can separate you from the love that God has created for you and has for you. Nothing. Stop. The karmic return is things coming back around that are in a good way because you finally paid attention to them. So it's not just one person or the other, it's both of you. Both counterparts are seeing things for what they really are. I have a feeling that this energy might be associated with this new moon in Cancer that we're experiencing. And I think that some of you might need to spend a little bit of time because in the next few days, Mercury's going direct and all of the personal planets are going to be direct. There's a lot of things that are going to be moving forward. And I think that what's been happening through the past couple weeks and months, that things have been turned around. And now that everything's coming back forward, is things that you thought were impossible a week, a month, and even a year ago. All of these things are going to start happening and unfurling and flowing into the rest of 2020. So just be prepared because guess what? We saw 2020 in the 5D. Oh, thank you, Masterpiece. Oh, you're amazing. Yeah, me? I'm the best. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, sorry. Oh my. This 11 in the 3D. Both of these are in reverse. Something's happening. The divine masculine has recognized that the only way they can pick up their sword and do battle is if they also pick up the torch, pick up their spark, pick up the rod of truth. You see, the divine masculine's been doing things, I don't want to say unintentionally, because that doesn't describe it enough. The divine masculine has been doing things with the expectation that if he just keeps pushing, right? If she just keeps trying, and it's like, no, you're never going to win with the method you're using. You're never going to be able to push forward, and you're never going to feel truly fulfilled. Come on. Oh, TC, yes, my birthday coming up, girl. Thank you. Do the birthday dance. I'm so glad you guys can't see my face because I do the silliest stuff on these readings. Okay. Thank you, Tina. All right. Woo! Look at that. Oh, man. Page of freaking Pentacles. They're humbled by this thought. And that's 3. Hold on. What do we got? Hold on. Look what's upright. Look. Okay. All right, people. What did we just have? Ace of Swords in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. I cannot move forward unless I do what I'm supposed to do. Page of Pentacles. I have to be humble in this time. I have to see that even if I come in with just one thing and just a little bit, and then we see the freaking Ace of Cups, that is 11, 11. 11, 11. Are you understanding? This is the only ace that was upright. They can't have the other beginnings. They can't move where they want to move. And guess what? The Page of Pentacles holds the Ace of Pentacles in his hand. So they understand that nothing, no part of their life in being the master creator, the King of Pentacles is an alchemy card. The Magician lays all the suits out, all the things out on their, whatchamacallit, on the table to do alchemy. The King of Pentacles is a master alchemist, the Midas touch, turning things into gold. The divine masculine cannot turn things into gold without their counterpart. They cannot. Oh, this is insane. This is crazy. I cannot believe we just saw 11-11. Thank you, Genesis. Ooh, you might need to, I don't know if you're not Christian, then maybe just look up like a quick little video on Revelations. Maybe some syncs will show up for you. That's interesting. That came up 3 times. All right. Wow. 9 of Cups. I hear the man at the beginning, a pretty woman. What's your dream? This is Hollywood. What's your dream? What's your dream? What's your dream, divine masculine? What's your dream, divine feminine? What do you really see? Because the truth is, you've been settling. The divine masculine more than the DF. But you know what, DF? Again, we're mirrored in here somewhere. I think the divine feminine should be asking his and herself or their self, what is my nightmare? And am I accidentally manifesting it or welcoming it or bringing it into my life by constantly having this recurring nightmare daydream, if you will? You know, it's one thing if you dream and you don't lucid dream, so you have no control and you cannot stop yourself from having dreams. I understand that. It's another thing when you've got a daytime waking thought that you keep putting through your head and your mind and your body and your soul and your energy, and everything you are is constantly reflecting on this pain and on this sadness. That's a problem. Do you understand? That's a problem. Wow. What's your dream, divine masculine? What's your dream? What's up? Hi, Ivory. Welcome. Oh, I think all my mods can talk. I don't know, Ivory, I don't know if you remember or not, but I think the mods are able to chat. That's dope. See, I'm glad I did this. I needed to see what was really going on. So let me set this up. I have a feeling about this is going to be weird. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on a second. Are you sure? All right, I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Before I do that, let me just look here real quick. Look at this. Look at this. I had a feeling that before, now I called the fool out in the previous, if you just got here, you missed it. But some of you heard me call the fool out in that when we saw the judgment. And the fool is behind here. I knew I should have looked on this, but that's okay. We weren't supposed to see that. Oh, this is okay. What we don't understand is that the divine masculine is seeking a new beginning. They want to jump. They want to take the leap. All right, so now we've split this. Let me do this. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna move you back there. Okay, all right, and hold on a second. Let me make sure I have enough room. All right, what am I gonna do? Oh, we're gonna just get this. Okay. Woo! That was fast. Okay, there's that. We just need one for this. I'm gonna put this off to the side. And then, woo! No? Oh, okay. If you don't want to come out, then fine. Is that two? All right. There's one. There's two. Okay. So we've got, I don't know why, but this is what I see. I've never, it's funny because I normally only see, I don't know why I feel like I have to do this. I truly feel compelled, and it's not just the usual perfectionism. Do you see it? So what I see is a crown. This is interesting. I was led to lay this crown out. I mean, I don't know if this is really what I don't know. This is how I was led to put him down. I saw put down a crown. It doesn't really look that much like a crown, but I see a crown. So we're going to call this a crown, okay? Aw, Ivory, you for real? Thank you. I didn't know when you said you about to, you meant right this second. Thank you. Welcome to Spark, Ivory. Okay, guys. Let's get it. Hold on. Let's get the message first. I put these to the side, but let's find out. What do we need to know? Oh my gosh. All right, listen. Before I show this, go on and get. If you don't think you're supposed to be here, if you're bored, if you mad because the chat isn't open, I'm trying to think of any other reasons why you should not be here. Before I show you this card, you need to leave right now. If you like this video so far, please like it so that someone will click this when they see the likes. You know how we are. I do the same thing. I will only watch a video if it has a lot of views. Don't judge me. I guess I'm, what's that word? Is it shallow? Am I shallow about YouTube watching? Listen, I cannot show you this yet. I'm sorry. Like this video if you like it. Leave this video if you don't. Please. All right, we're ready. Oh my gosh. Burr, 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 burr. Okay, I'm done. I felt like if I was annoying enough, people would leave. So look, it's the Four of Wands. We've seen the Six of Cups twice. We see the Four of Wands. We've seen Judgment 2 times. The Divine Masculine, this is no joke. This is not an accident. The Divine Masculine is thinking about union. And for the first time in a long time, I believe it is completely divine that that's happening. It is not just, oh, I'm not sure, maybe that's, because that's how they are sometimes. Sometimes they're literally just weighing out options, and one of the options, like, maybe I should get with somebody, right? Maybe I should connect with someone. Maybe I should have a relationship with someone. Maybe that'll help me out of my situation, right? No. This is real. This is ordained, anointed energy that says, Divine Masculine, it's time for you to get it together. It's time for you to trust my leading. It's time for you to listen to your heart and soul, to start thinking about your future with both love and logic in mind, not just one or the other. Do you understand? Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. What do we need to know in the 5D? Wow. Okay. Again, if you're not supposed to be here, you have to leave, because the signs and syncs are already outrageous and we haven't even revealed the cards. Do you understand? Sorry if my dog scared you. Ricochet. You barking. Thank you. You saved me. I love you. Thank you. Good job. Okay, you ready, guys? Oh, hi, Shakima. Hi, Shakima. What's up, girl? I don't know why. My voices today. All right, you guys ready? So we've seen both the quickening and multiplicity energy, which means that there is an expansion occurring on multiple levels. To see the Tower twice, to see the Six of Cups twice, to see the oh my gosh, what's it called? The oh my gosh, the Judgment card twice, to see the Fool in the same position where it was called. Please believe what's happening, because if you doubt it, if you put that negative energy in there, it's going to you're just making it more troublesome for yourself. Again, you cannot stop your union from coming at the ordained time, but you can be miserable up until the point. You can make it more challenging than it needs to be when it begins, and you can taint the energy and put more work on yourself once you're in union. You guys have to understand that. So please recognize, in the 5D, the Divine Masculine is absolutely experiencing a multiple top level, low level, side to side, all that Tower moment. It is the karmic return. Divine Feminine, you've been doing your work, so hopefully you don't have to experience the negativity of the things falling apart. But you know what? Even if you have, please understand, even if you have experienced those moments of pain and frustration and emptiness, and you're like, I've done my freaking work, why am I still here, Grace? Sometimes it's not even like you're doing anything wrong. It's just written that way, that maybe you had to do all your work at one time, or maybe there were things that could not shift until your DM shifted, or whatever. You have to know yourself better than you think you know yourself now, so that when the questions come of, am I really doing the right thing? Am I really doing the work? Is this my fault? Am I to blame? That you have the discernment when you hear a reading, or even your own internal voice, where you know, okay, this is not me. This is me. This is because of my DM. This is because it was written that way. You've got to increase your faith. You've got to increase your understanding of divine, because some of you are going to experience some stuff that you don't think you're supposed to experience, and you're going to go crazy, and you don't have to, okay? You don't have to. 4 squared is the Tower. We had 3 squared. We have a lot of things happening that when the expansion occurs, it's going to be like an explosion, and you just have to be prepared for it. Not just spiritually, But even in the physical, your life needs to be ready for the 5D expansion of reunion. We talk about this all the time. What if tomorrow your divine counterpart had to move in with you? Do you really have a house that's clean and enough space for them? Do you have I'm not saying to have a drawer prepared for them, but could you have a drawer prepared for them without trash in your room to make it happen? Do you have, a healthy enough lifestyle where if they came in, you weren't, some of us, we don't realize the food that we're eating and how it's affecting our body and making us miserable or making us get spicy and nasty with people because, we don't understand how our health and our spirituality are connected. All those things come up when union happens. And if you're not in the place where you've done all that work to where if tomorrow the mission began and your DM was like, let's get married, that you'd actually be ready, then you still gonna have to do that work. Or guess what? You're gonna be embarrassed when they show up talking about, I'm ready to move in, or you can come move in with me. And you're like, oh my gosh, my life is in shambles. Why did I tell myself I was ready? I need more time. Please don't be that person. Please don't be the person that spends your whole journey complaining about when's my union, and then end up being the person that when it finally comes, you go, oh crap, I'm not ready. Okay. Don't be them. All right. All right. So let's get in. Katie said she had Taco Bell earlier. Actually, Taco Bell, I know everybody likes to give it a hard time and talk about the meat and all that different stuff. It depends on what you ate, but Taco Bell is actually one of the healthier fast food places, believe it or not. If you actually look up the ingredients and all of that, but I don't know what you ate, but look, it's not... If you had a cheat meal or a guilt meal or whatever, do your thing. Don't give yourself too hard of a time. But yes, I also had tacos today. So what up, Katie? Sink. I haven't made tacos in like 2 months, so that's so funny. But look, I want you to just make sure that whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, that you're actually paying attention to those things that you say, oh, I'm ready. Okay, well, make sure you take a moment and say, okay, am I really ready? Like, let me look and take a moment to reflect on every part of my life that I say I'm ready in, and be sure that if that time came, like tomorrow, right away, would I be prepared? Hold on really quick. What are we not thinking about? Look at this. First of all, it's my dog birthday. It's my dog birthday. Okay, sorry. Whenever I see 716, I'm always like, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. So, this is why another reason why I always associate the tower with the chariot. Because I see 7 within 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. This is another sync. Do you guys notice how we keep having like this? 4 times 4 is 16. We've had 3 squared is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. We've had all these numbers kind of showing up in the cards that are adding to the syncs. Again, this is talking about divine alignment. They even say that like math is the language of God or the gods or whatever you want to call it, because that's like numbers don't lie, if you will. And so what I'm kind of getting here is I want you to start to see the truth behind the numbers. Start to see the truth behind your syncs rather than just getting excited about the syncs. Because even here, what do we say? When the tower falls and everything falls back together, because it always does, are you really going to be ready? And the truth is that when you look behind it, you're not. And the divine masculine is aware that they're not either. Some of you, sure, some of you are ready, okay? I understand that. Don't get offended. Some of you already know, and you're like, nah, Grace, don't feel bad. I'm not. But what you have to recognize is this is also talking about your DM. And the truth is, if they're not ready, it's no better, okay? All right, so back here real quick. You guys, it's the 6 of Pentacles. This is the divine masculine's way of showing love. Union and the divine masculine's way of showing love. The divine feminine's way of showing love already showed up twice. We saw the 6 of Cups twice already. But this is the DM's way. The DM leans a little bit more towards the logic. So I think this is also a call for divine feminines. Listen, please make sure that you're doing everything you can to be in your place of lovingness. Okay? Use more of your purity and your love as a divine feminine. Oh, I just saw 360. How you would want something to come back to you. Use that energy. And the divine masculine is learning to stop being so overly logical. But guess what? They also need to learn to be more loving, which means you need to also incorporate more logic into your love. So it's okay to be pure. It's okay to say, here's all of me, divine masculine. Just, I love you. You can have me. I want to give you everything. But then you also have to take a moment and say, okay, now let me do that in a logical succession so that things actually go the way they're supposed to go. Okay. All right. So we're going to look at we're going to look at the base of the crown first. Again, this is for some reason I was led to create a crown. One of my clients actually asked me to do this. She said that another reader she likes does mind readings. I think she might be talking about a girl I watched. She was the girl I first ever found when YouTube first ever recommended Twin Flames to me, and me and Mr. Lightwork were like watching stuff together. So I think it might be the same lady, but or so it might be more than one person. So if you've ever seen a different mind reading, I don't actually know what they are, but this is my version of it. So cool. All right. So what do we need to know about where the divine masculine's mind is shifted from how they were perceiving the divine feminine in the past to where they're perceiving the divine feminine now? Wow. 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 Look at this. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. To me, that is a part of the divine alignment, because 4 + 6 is 10. And we saw that 10 of that 6 of Pentacles back there. I get the sense of a part of the tower that's occurring, the things that are happening in their life right now, is them realizing you're a freaking gold mine. And I think on one side, their logic knew that. Their logic has always known that if they were to get with you and experience life with you, that their life would probably be better. Sure. Of course. Why not? They can see that. But I think the difference here is now they're saying, okay, it's not just what I can get out of you. It's not just what you might be able to help me with. They're looking at you like you're already theirs. So it's no longer about what can I get out of you. It's like, wow, look at what we can create together. Look at what we can cultivate together. So this shifted. I think that it came from a point where they knew what they could get out of you. I think they were like, yeah, I could probably get some money. They could probably help me start my business, or they might give me a place to live, or whatever. There were some things here where the divine masculines were definitely seeing the divine feminines as some sort of like spiritual ATM, whereas now, again, it's different. It's like this is going to sound so silly, but they see you as fertile ground rather than a field. And that's interesting because that's where we were before. And I think that's the problem, is they were treating you almost like a field that they had walked up on. Every person that they had met was just another field. Like if you're just driving through Nebraska and you're like, oh, look, corn. Sorry. Anybody from Nebraska, my bad. But you know what I'm saying? But instead, now they see you, and in their mind, they're like, we could grow corn. We could grow. You see, it's like they didn't come upon something that was already created. They're now walking and saying, no, I get the sense of being able to do more for the long term with this person, and being able to create it from, the bottom up, from within, and taking it out. This is incredible. This is incredible. So what is it we need to know about this? You guys, this is insane. The syncs are insane. The syncs are freaking crazy. It's the 4 of Wands. It's the 4 of Wands. Now we've seen the Tower twice, the 4 of Wands twice. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember all the cards. The Judgment card twice. Is that it? Okay, I can't remember all. And the 6. Did I already say the 6 of Cups twice? Dude, hold on. I should write those down. I think there might be. Oh gosh, pen. Come on, hurry up. Oh, it's far. No, reach. Don't break anything. What did we say? So we had the 4 of Wands, and then we had the 6 of Cups, and then we had the Judgment, and then we had, oh my gosh. Oh, Tower. Okay. All right. So there's something about that. Actually, that all adds up to 30. That's divine. Interesting. Divine new beginning, divine intervention. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. So how things have shifted from when they first knew you and first started to perceive you as beneficial in their life is they no longer see you as like a meal ticket or a bank account or whatever. They see you as, I don't know. It still sounds bad, but it isn't bad. It's still good. I promise. It feels good. I can't explain it. Just think about them. Okay. Think about it this way. The 4 of Wands, you can even see it here, has what? It has a portal, okay? It has a portal. All right. The 10 of Pentacles, if you know the card in the Rider-Waite, has this tree of life symbol in Pentacles. It's over it's a layer on top of an image of a very fertile kingdom. And so to me, this is saying, I see your magic. I no longer look at you how I look at the rest of the world. I see you through kingdom eyes. I see you through the eyes of a true twin flame. So this is incredible. This is magic to me. All right. So, okay. This is crazy. I think that's beautiful. Hi. Thank you, Miss Ash. Thank you for joining. Welcome to Spark. I love all you guys' little badges. I don't know if there's anybody who's been here longer, but the badges change. Right now you guys have matches and it'll like turn into other stuff as you've been members longer. So that's pretty dope. Okay, so this is actually connected to this. So we see, I mean, this is kind of like mind and then heart, but I think that this is how they've opened themselves up to you where in the past they were afraid to. Wow, look at that. So in the past, they fought you. I think this is where they were in the past. In the past, they were in the 7 of Wands upright. They were fighting you off in the emotions because I think they knew that once they let their guard down, that they would have to take the leap, which we saw, right? We saw the Fool not only get called out, but then show up in the very next energy. So to see this, and again, it's a number 7, I just have a really beautiful feeling that the divine masculine, the word I keep hearing is sincere. I'm becoming more sincere in the way that I feel about you. Oh no. Is everything okay? Are you guys buffering? Okay, my phone's buffering. Are you guys okay? Can someone who's talking tell me that if they can see me still before I keep going? Uh-oh. Anybody? Uh-oh. My video went away. All right, it looks... No? Can you guys? All right, I don't know. I think you can see me. Okay, so, but yes, I hear the word sincere. I hear the divine masculine finally allowing themselves to feel sincere feelings for you rather than fighting anything off and ignoring it or denying it. Okay. What is it we need to understand about this? It's because oh my gosh, thank goodness. It's because they've stopped trying to justify fighting you off. They've stopped trying to justify telling themselves who you are or who you aren't and all. It's like whatever they needed to tell themselves for the moment, that is what they decided to say. That is what and it was like they would not let themselves believe. They would not allow themselves to just step into the fullness of the thought, of the logic of what was coming over them. They found a way to rationalize and justify whatever it is they wanted to say over here instead of really being straightforward with it. Oh, this is... You know why I say thank God? Because to me, this was crazy. This was just insanity. This was fighting fights that, remember, the 7 of Wands, the person fights something that's not even there. This is a card of defending your beliefs, but their beliefs weren't even really their beliefs. It was just what they were telling themselves. They were always going back and forth. Mr. Lightwork used to do this, not recently even. This was like when we very first started, like, this is what I would call, we were in pseudo union. So it was after things were so simple and beautiful and we just didn't worry about labels. And then finally I was like, all right, listen, you don't have to call me your girlfriend. And I understand if you want to, sleep around or whatever, because I had just gotten divorced. I was like, fine, I'm not even trying to push it. But at the same time, I really care about you. And I did not expect him to suddenly just show up all the time just because we were getting a little bit closer. I did not expect him to start acting like my boyfriend once we transitioned into pseudo union. He did that. I did not ask him for that. I only said, hey, I want to see you like a couple times a week. He was over every day. He had a key. So I think he just like popping up and having a good time. I think he just, I don't know. I think he denied what he was feeling, but didn't know how to stop himself from acting upon it. And so Mr. Lightwork would freak out on me for like about 6 months. He would get really upset and be like, you know what you signed up for? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I did not know that you were going to start acting like my boyfriend. You know, I thought it was going to be like it was before. I didn't know that suddenly you were going to basically have me falling in love with you rather than what you were doing before, which was keeping me at a distance. So even then, when he let me in when he shouldn't have, he was trying to justify and whatever, why he didn't have to be nice to me or treat me how I should be treated or whatever he was doing in that moment. And so it's interesting to see this because you see, this is that 8. This is that karmic return. Oh, thank you, Whisper Mystic. I appreciate you. Who's this? Hi, Jackie. Oh, man. I just feel like looking at this card, it makes me think that finally, and it's funny because what? This is where they're thinking. This is how they're feeling, and they're finally ignoring their twisted logic that they will kind of devil's advocate their way out of any conversation, so as long as so they don't have to say what they really should be saying. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm just saying. So looking at this, to me, this means the divine masculine is going to stop being in so much denial all the time because they finally have allowed their heart to feel. It's almost like they took the swords, and remember, we saw the 3 of Swords. That was the first card in the energy reading here. The very first card we saw was the 3 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. And it was like, are you going to choose pain and heartbreak? Are you going to keep romanticizing these past experiences that you've had, as well as this future you see where you can just kind of slide from person to person without any real connection, even though you know you don't trust that environment, even though that's not what makes you happy? Are you for real? Oh, man. So, okay. So we see the divine masculine's thinking and feeling towards the divine feminine has shifted, not really because of the feminine. It's not even like you did anything different. They just stopped being so difficult. They stopped fighting it. They stopped lying to themselves. They stopped rationalizing poor behavior, poor decisions, poor thoughts. Oh man, this is interesting. Okay, so what is the challenge they face with sharing how they really feel with their divine feminine? Maybe they're not there yet. Maybe they are. But when they get to that point, now that this is shifting, what is the real challenge? What is it that they need you to understand that they just don't know how? What do we need to know? The work. They don't know how to not turn this into the same old thing. So they're trying to get out of this kind of cookie cutter habit. Now, you think about, I don't know if everybody has cookie cutter suburbs where they live, but if you've ever driven through a neighborhood that was developed by like a company where all the houses, even if they might have like minor differences, like color differences, or, you know, they might have columns in the front, pretty much all the houses look exactly the same, right? That's what the suburbs is all about, that conformity, uniformity kind of thing. Well, I get the sense of that same thing. They keep having this pattern for every relationship. And yeah, it might look different color, different, that sounds like it's like interracial relationships. I don't mean it like that, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's the same old thing in the inside. It's the same build. It's the same, it's on the same street. It's all the same stuff. They do not know how to not act like their usual self in a relationship with you. They do not know how to not basically do the exact same things, because this is what they've been doing and this is the behavior they've had this whole time. How do I stop myself from going into this dynamic with this person and, I don't know, not just doing the same old thing, making the same mistakes, running them away the same way I ran everybody else away, being the same person that I used to be? How do I stop myself? I don't know where to even begin doing that kind of work. Where do I start? How do I get to a point where I can prove that I'm worthy of a relationship with this person? Because truly, if this is how they see you now, they are going to be seeing themselves a lot differently, because they were looking at you most of the time like you were crazy, or like, I mean, I'll admit some of them probably still felt like you were too good for them, but they still did not feel, just because you were too good for them didn't mean they thought, oh, you must be the dream girl or dream guy. Sometimes that's not what they were thinking. They just thought, you know, you're too good for me. The person that's supposed to be for me is more on my level. And that's my dream person, is someone I can feel comfortable with. So sometimes it's a little different, but what I really get is I'm trying to figure out how the heck I'm supposed to meet you where you're at, because you're a boss, you're amazing. I'm trying to figure out how I'm supposed to stop my same old patterns, because I mean, I'm just now figuring out how I really feel about you. I'm just now figuring out how I really feel about me. I'm just now realizing that I've been screwing this up this whole time. I'm just now realizing that, playing devil's advocate meant that I was basically on the side of the devil or the evil or the darkness or whatever you want to call it this whole time. So this is not just about you, divine feminine. This is also about the divine masculine realizing, oh, I got to make some changes. I got to do better than this. This is not what I was supposed to be doing with this. So this is interesting. What do we need to know? They're not going to go forward until they figure it out. That's interesting. They're not going to move forward with their life, with their goals, until they figure out how to be different, how to move different, walk, talk, act different. Because this is not good enough for them. This is not enough. This stinks. Only because this is exactly what the divine feminine does. The divine feminine does the same thing. The divine feminine says, until I get what I want, until I get union, until I get contact, I'm not going anywhere. Now, again, I know not all divine feminines do. I know a lot of divine feminines are doing the work, but in some cases still, even if it's not out of stubbornness or like sheer will, like I am not moving until I know what's next. Some of them do it out of fear. They won't move forward because they're afraid that if they do, they'll leave their divine masculine behind. They're afraid that if they do, that they'll mess something up, that their divine masculine won't be able to find them. That their divine masculine, some of them know their divine masculine already feels inadequate, and they think, oh my gosh, if I get any better, they're never going to think that they're good enough for me. And so this, unfortunately, I believe is something the divine feminine is going to have to help fix. Which makes sense because this is our challenge card, right? If this is the challenge, if this is the thing they do not know how to figure out, divine feminine, you're going to have to lead by example. You're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to be sweet. You're going to have to really love on these individuals, whether it's from afar, through social media, spiritually, in the 5D, whatever. But you're going to have to show them as you move forward that it's safe for them to move forward. You're going to have to be able to put those, those memes out, or those picture posts that say things like, I'll meet you there kind of stuff, right? That people, that nothing can separate us, that it doesn't matter how far we are. There's nothing that's going to stop us from coming together. They're going to need those subliminal messages. They're going to need to know, I'm moving forward and I trust that you and I will come together at the perfect time, because I do think they're going to start to feel more inadequate. And a lot of them are afraid. I've noticed in the love letters lately, especially, a lot of them are afraid of holding you back from what you're meant to do. A lot of them are afraid of, causing you to misstep, or having you have to come drag them out of their, pit of hell or whatever. And so there's definitely some sadness here in this challenge. But what I do see, this is 14 total. And I think what this is saying is, on one side, follow your divine purpose. Okay, because things are happening behind the scenes and you need to cooperate with that energy. And I think the other thing is saying it's time to compromise. Okay, you need to move forward in your passion and grab a hold of your spark and really be who you're supposed to be. Move forward, trusting that as you step into yourself and become this expansive energy, that you're actually lighting yourself up like a lighthouse and attracting your person to you. Recognize that as truth, because unfortunately, if you miss that, if you don't see that there are things happening behind the scenes, if you're not willing to compromise your vision of what's right with divine's vision, a vision of what is, okay, what is right, not what you think is right, not what you want to be right, but what is. If you're not willing to do that, then you guys might end up having this kind of spiral or cycle that you're stuck in. until somebody decides, all right, I guess I can trust this. I guess I can trust divine. I guess I can believe. I guess I can know that my union is coming in perfect divine timing, and I don't have to be afraid to move forward with my life, to move forward in my growth, to expand and become bigger and become greater. I don't have to worry that anything I do is going to knock this union off course, because I know that sometimes, especially, it's not like we do it on purpose, but a lot of readers, I don't know, there's a spiciness where they get snippy and they say, you must be, you must not be. And I get it. I do the same thing, but I try my best to make sure that everyone understands that is for that message is for the people that the message is for. You understand? Not everybody in a general reading is meant to take that on and embody and go, oh no, I must be doing something wrong. And so I think a lot of readers we're actually trusting you to have the discernment to know that message wasn't for you. So you need to really figure out, is this you? Are you making this mistake on a small scale, on a large scale, or not at all? And if this is you, then you need to start to make the shifts required so that you can know that you're doing your job, that you're doing your work, and you're willing to move forward. Because this challenge for the divine masculine, again, it may not be exactly the same for you because we're really focusing on their energy, but it is going to show up in yours as well in some way, shape, or form. So just check yourself, as I always recommend, okay? Again, not every message in every general reading, just because this whole thing could resonate. But I could say one sentence because I get a quick channeling that says, say this. Say this for that one person who needs to hear it. And then 30 people without discernment go, oh no, that just threw a wrench in the whole reading. And it's like, but what if that wasn't for you? So that's important for you guys to learn as you're watching these readings on YouTube. Make sure you're not taking things that are not for you, even if it's in a reading that resonates. But don't ignore the triggers when they're there. That's an even bigger message. All right. The final thing is, what does your divine masculine need you to know right now? This is 3D. So this is stuff that they're actually aware of. This is stuff that up here are things I think are higher mind, things that are happening that are kind of out of their control or out of their span or scope of awareness. This is stuff that they either wish they could tell you, or that they even you might experience them like saying it to you, or at the very least, they are aware of in the 3D. Oh, honey. It's crazy because we called this card out. So now hold on, let me write this down. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's 33 is the total. So we've seen the 4 of Wands twice, the 6 of Cups twice, the Judgment card twice, the Tower card twice, and now we've seen the 3 of Swords twice. This was the first card in this deck. And now it's the last card in our 3D. You want to know what they need you to know? Their heart has been broken for so long. Some of you are like, girl, I know. You know what I mean? Some of you don't need anyone to tell you that their heart is broken. Some of you are so mad at them that you cannot acknowledge their pain because you want yours acknowledged first. Some of you are so upset with them. Some of you think because they talk a good talk and act, have a good game, you think they're fine, but they're not. They have been broken for a long time. What don't we understand about this? Look at this. Oh my gosh. First of all, this is the 8. Now I want to show you something. 14, 8, 14, 8. That breaks down to 8. That's interesting. It breaks down to 13, 13, and then 8. Again, the karmic return. How freaky is this, you guys? How freaky is this? Okay, let me explain. You see the 3 of Swords reversed here, right? This is the 5 of Swords reversed. The 3 swords are in the ground. The 2 shall stand. But the divine masculine now has to question their own motives because they're realizing that they still have a lot of healing to do. And they don't know if they're coming to you because you're their safe space. You know that, right? Please like this video. Someone needs to hear the last few minutes of this. If you like this, you don't have to like it if you don't like it. But if you do like this, so that there's somebody who needs to get here for this last part of this message. You are their safe space. You are their great hope. You are their love. You are their heart. You make them feel like home. You make them feel like paradise. Now, they're afraid that almost, this is going to sound crazy because this is the way it's going to be said is you're going to think that I'm saying what I'm saying, but I'm saying more. But I'm going beyond this. But essentially, your divine masculine does not want you to be a rebound. Do you understand? It's not to say that that means that they're coming out of a relationship or not, or that that's not what I'm saying. But you know how when you get out of a deep relationship, you don't want to just jump into anything because you want to make sure you're healed so you don't take any trouble to the next thing. They're afraid that the only reason they're even having these thoughts is because of the pain that they're in right now. They're afraid that the only reason that they're experiencing these things is because something in them, some sort of self-preservation spirit is telling them, you know, you gotta, it's that root chakra. It's like, find your grounding, you know, get to safe cover, get where you need to get to. They're afraid that the only reason that they're changing their mind and their response about you and the way that they like see you and all of that, again, I think because they don't know this stuff up here, I think they're scared that everything they're doing is all just a game. It's all a part of their same tactics. They're going to this energy here. Remember, this right here said, my challenge is I don't know how to get out of the cycle that I'm already in. What they need you to know is they're heartbroken and they're afraid that they are still in the same damn cycle, even now thinking that they're supposed to be with you. Dang. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm shook I'm sorry. I'm just shook right now. I really am, because they love us so much and they don't even know it. This is crazy. All right. Okay. So that's the bulk of the reading. That's all that we need to know in terms of the 3D. Those are important messages. I get it. So now let's look at the 5D. To me, I see kind of like left brain, right brain. Again, if this is supposed to be a crown, which is, again, it looks even less like a crown now than ever. But if this is supposed to be a crown, then you have that kind of love and logic, like the creative side and the logic side, the flow and the structure. So what is it that we need to understand about how their brain is being worked on in the 5D? Like, what is happening in the 5D? Let's find out. Wow. Ooh, okay. So we've got the 10 of Cups and the 5 of Wands. The 10 of Cups says, I see happiness, I see joy, I see, you know, abundance. Again, not necessarily 10 of Pentacles abundance, but at the very least, abundance within, abundance of love for us. But then on the other side, my logic sees I'm still a child. My mind is still on money and things and feeling safe, like monetarily. And so the 5D, what's being worked on here is this kind of merging. And what will end up happening, 10 plus 5, 15, it's going to go through this ego first. You know, the ego is right now inside the divine masculine telling the 5D, like true spirit of the DM, you're going to have to go through me first if you want this person. You want the 3D, you got to go through me first. And the divine masculine within is not afraid. I want to say that because I have a feeling a lot of you are going, oh no, he has to fight off his own ego. Oh no, she's got to go up against her own ego. Oh hell, they're going to lose. No, they're not this time. So don't even think it. Don't even let that be where your mind goes. That's not what's going to happen. But it still does have to occur. It does have to go through this battle, okay? And so I think that this right here is representing what's happening now. And the next thing that's coming is that final tower moment where the ego and the divine masculine, oh my gosh, it's like in a movie where two people are fighting and you hear a gun go off, but you don't know who gets shot, and they make you wait. And you're going to think that the divine counterpart, or that your divine masculine's like true DM within is the one who lost, but you're going to be wrong. He's going to stand up, wipe himself off. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So just understand that right now what's having to happen is this merging of two beliefs that it is possible for the divine masculine to be immature spiritually, to not really have it all together, not really know what's going on, and still be able to be with the divine feminine, have a happy life, find joy, find peace, and be together. It is possible. Now, what I need you to understand is if your divine masculine has this much cognitive dissonance about your situation, you cannot be adding to that, because your 5D and their 5D is the same. This is also your problem. You also believe that the divine masculine is too spiritually immature. And some of you are like, well, and it's rare. I know this is rare, but some of you are like, well, my divine masculine is actually pretty spiritually mature. It's just that, something. No. I need you to understand something. Just like you can be mature in some ways and immature in others, you can be spiritually mature in some ways and immature in others. And so I want you to realize that the part of them spiritually that is immature, that says it is not possible for us to come together, that is what's being worked on right now. That is what's being shifted. That is what is changing. So what is the final message? What is it that we need to know? What is divine doing all of this for? What is divine opening up within the divine masculine's heart, their gut, the center of their being, the thing that kind of connects their love and their intuition, this thing that's kind of coming out? I have a really strong feeling about the new moon in Cancer for some reason. What is it we need to know? Oh, snap. Remember how I said that this is 15 and we have to have the battle between the ego first, and then after that, the next thing is the tower? 5, 6, 16. Do you understand? Do you understand? The tower is what leads to the Page of Cups, the messenger. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's read about this really quick. Let's just see what the book says. Ooh, it opens to 10. It's funny. It opens to 10 of wands, but when I turn, for some reason, I guess we've been to this page a lot because you see it's like actually open to itself. All right. A new person or emotion-rousing situation enters your life. It could be the start of a friendship or romance, or the renewal of one from your past. A current relationship may enter a new phase. It's important to discuss your feelings with those around you. Your intuition and psychic abilities may also be heightened during this time. Y'all, I'm freaking out. Because that's what this card is. This position was about what God is opening up. This is imagine the Justice card. You know, the green, the emerald in the middle of the Justice crown. That's what this is supposed to be. It's the heart chakra in the mind. It is the integration of the heart and the intuition. And it literally is saying the intuition and psychic abilities are heightened. I'm freaking out. This is freaky. Oh my gosh. Additional meanings of this card: a love letter. I got to do a love letter tonight, don't I? Oh, this love letter is going to be... All right, whoever's here, you need to watch the love letter that I'm going to put out tomorrow because it's going to be dope. I can feel it. Important dreams. Now, some of you were here when this reading first started, and what did I say in the beginning of the reading? What's your dream? What's your dream? What's your dream? You guys, the divine masculine is dreaming of you. Look at you. Look how dope you look in the middle of the ocean, just being your beautiful light self. They're trying to find you. This is 5D seeking. This is, oh my gosh. You know what's beautiful to me about this? This says that this person, there are some that may not know it's you. And they're going to be so surprised when they're led right back to you. This is so dope. Oh my gosh. Well, what a reading. Whoa. Sorry. That just makes me really excited is all. So, okay. And you know what's crazy is when we added up all the cards we saw doubles of, 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups, the Judgment card, the Tower card, and the 3 of Swords, it comes up to 33. Oh my gosh, I just looked down and someone said 333. Oh my gosh, this is freaky. What's going on here? So I have a feeling that what this is saying is it's a cross section, right? It's divine intervention, like this. X marks the spot. Boom. Oh, this is wild. This is amazing. I hope that whoever needed to see this live got the message now, because I have a feeling that you were supposed to. I have a feeling even it was good that the chat was not completely available to everyone, because look at this. Look what's underneath the freaking 3 of Swords, by the way. King of Cups. Dope. Yeah, I have a feeling that it was important for people to be able to pay attention as well. So I want you to open yourself up to this possibility, to this potential that the divine masculine is. And we keep seeing messages where slowly but surely they're taking step by step to really get to a point where they recognize who they are, they recognize who their feminine is, they recognize the value and potentials of union, they recognize that their future, the goals and the visions and the plans that they had were not necessarily what they really wanted, and they didn't even know why they were still following them. We're starting to see on a collective level large scale divine masculine shifting. I'm starting to see more and more people coming into union, more and more people getting contact. I will admit, I have seen in the past couple of weeks, really the past like month and a half, divine masculines are coming in and out and ghosting people who hadn't talked to them in years, in months. So that's interesting. I know the ghosting is still happening, and I'm sorry, that sucks. Like, it sucks. I just want you to also understand, though, that those, to me, just the fact that they called in the first place. I think that if you guys have been in separation, you should just expect them to ghost you. I know that sounds like really pessimistic and negative and kind of against what I've been telling you, but I don't mean like expect them to ghost you as in the same way I don't like to use the word karmic as the word karmic like you guys are used to hearing it. I mean, understand that they might call and then go back into their hole and into their hermit mode and disappear again. Like, understand that might happen because they just needed to hear from you. They needed to get a message from you. Their 5D and your 5D, you know, might needed to have an actual connection for that moment, but that doesn't mean that that's all it's going to be. So allow yourself to not get so overly excited and like, oh, this is it, we're in union now. Stop doing that to yourself. But also allow yourself to experience the journey and trust that even those kind of popping in and popping out is still beautiful behavior from them, especially if you haven't heard from them for a long time. Whew, child, I'm hot now. Oh my. It's like 68 degrees in my house and I am burning up hot. Like, ooh, I feel so good. Okay, so by the way, all of you who joined the membership, thank you so much. Please do check out the community tab. Scroll down in the community tab because I'm also going to be sharing the exclusives from the previous month. Not all of them, but from time to time with only the members, I will share an exclusive with you guys. So check out the membership tab. There's also other like members only videos and stuff like that if you're interested in watching them. If you scroll through the membership tab and it suddenly stops, don't worry. It does that to me on my phone sometimes. Just refresh it or try it from your computer or a different phone or tablet or something, and it should let you scroll back for months. So just so you guys know, okay? All right. What up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to my channel, I do this at the end so I don't put you through it in the beginning. I hate when people force you to listen to their whole spiel for 30 minutes at the beginning about all the stuff they offer. So I do it at the end. What's up? I'm Fiery Grace the Gifted. I am an intuitive life strategist. I am not a tarot reader. I just use tarot cards. I'm a prophet. I'm a priestess. I think I might one day be a saint. Someone else will have to tell me that. But I do believe that I'm here to help you find strategies for your union journey, making the best of things and being able to actually help your divine masculine, help yourself, help even divine along the way and do the things that you're supposed to do. So, if you're interested in the mission aspect of union, and if you don't know about it, you need to look up Fiery Grace Lightworker videos because you need to catch up. Union is not just about a relationship, it's not just about a sacred partnership. Why would it just be about that? Why not just have you have a soulmate? You can be given real love from a soulmate. What are you talking about? There is a reason that there had to be two of you with the same soul. There is a reason for it. So you need to think about that before you continue on your journey. So I'm here to help you with that part. I'm here to help you with your purpose. I'm here to help you with your divine purpose, okay? So if you need me, hit me up. I have recently opened up my long-term coaching. I have finally ended all my previous contracts after months and months of my clients saying, please, just one more month. I finally ended all of them. So you can now go to my website. The application is back up. You can just go to thefierygrace.com/services. You can just go to look at the services. And on the very last page, you'll see long-term coaching application. If you're interested in working with me in the long term. If not, you can just get readings. Like I have availability for love letters right now. I do one love letter a day and I'm caught up with those. So I have one love letter left to do today. And so that means that I could get your love letter done as early as tomorrow. Otherwise, all the rest of my readings are booked up. Okay. You can still order them, but don't expect it tomorrow. Okay. So if you visit my website, go to my services page, you'll see everything that I offer. I offer phone sessions. I don't do tarot over the phone because I believe the whole purpose of me doing tarot is for the visual component. So if you believe that you need tarot, you're going to need to order either a tarot reading where it's just a recording, or you need to order a live session where we can be on the phone and looking at tarot cards on a YouTube video session. Okay. So I offer all kinds of different things. If you want to check out my website, please do. If you don't have a lot of funds right now, I have exclusives available. I have not yet ordered or recorded the exclusives for the next season. So the June exclusives are still up. If you're interested in those and you haven't caught them, go ahead and order. What else do you need to know? Oh, I have a sale going on right now. It's 16% off because my birthday is on July 16th. If you want to send me something, feel free to check out my description. It's not in there right this second if you're live, but in the description shortly after this video and in the description of all my other videos, you will find at the very bottom is my Amazon wish list. I don't actually anticipate you guys getting anything off of there because it's mostly stuff that I need to get myself. It's more of like a shopping list for me. But if you want to see the kind of stuff that I like or need, check that out. And then also you can just send me whatever you want. I'm also totally down with birthday cards. You guys, I'm a huge birthday person and I have had the, saddest, most depressing birthdays ever for the past few years now that I don't have any family. So if you're open to sending me a birthday card, even if it's a 50-cent one from Dollar Tree, which shout out to Dollar Tree for them 50-cent birthday cards. Dope. I would love to hear from you guys. It makes me smile when I do get anything in the mail. So you can check out in the description as well. You'll find my mailing address. It's my P.O. box. And is there anything else? 16% off sale. That will be increasing soon. And there's also things on sale all month long. So my monthly specials this month, I've actually gone ahead and allowed the flash sales price to go on top of it too. So you can get some really good discounts right now throughout my birthday month because I like to celebrate all month long. My most popular service is my love letters, and I also offer, because a lot of people don't know, I'm an MBA. I help people start their YouTube channels. I help people start home or online based businesses, healing businesses. So if you need any help and you want to do what I do, if you want to figure out how to build your channel properly, if you need anything related to what you see me do or hear me talk about doing, I know how to do it. I'm very, very good at the stuff I know how to do. So hit me up and I can teach you how to do it. I don't believe anybody is any competition to me, and you're probably not going to see me as competition either because we are all here to do what we're supposed to do. So I would love to help you get into your purpose, child. I would love to, child. So visit my website, thefierygrace.com. Email me if you want an auto reply back. It'll send you information about what it's like to work with me. And I accept PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Someone told me that I should put my Cash App up for my birthday. I see people do that all the time, and I'm always like, really? But I'm probably going to do it because Mr. Lightwork's like, if you want presents, why don't you just ask for them? And I was like, because I don't like asking people for stuff. So I think I'll do that for my birthday. Anyways, I'm out of here. This was a dope reading. I love you guys. Thank you again to everybody who joined the membership. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're willing to support the channel, because what you guys don't realize is I didn't start the YouTube memberships just because YouTube was like, here, you can have this. I started them because you guys supporting the channel encourages me to keep making these collective videos for people who cannot afford to buy a reading, who cannot afford to get a coaching session. And I like being able to help people out. And the more I know that I can kind of feel like, I don't know, like I'm not just wasting my energy and my breath, and that people really believe in this, it makes me want to put more stuff out and do more for you guys. So thank you for joining and for supporting the channel. And I promise I'll do my very best to provide you guys with like dope perks. Don't forget, if you just joined, that you have emojis that no one else has. I was supposed to hire an artist to make me some new ones, but for now, like if you type in the word boom with the colon, or was it? Yeah, with the colon on either side of it, it'll come up and as like an emoji. If you type in the word love with the colon around either side, nope with a colon around either side, yes with a colon around either side, wow with a colon around either side, all of those will bring up the emojis that are for members only. So this was a members only chat. This is the kind of stuff that I'm going to do from time to time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think that's everything. Whew. 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 I love you. Thank you again. Thank you for being here. Thanks for bringing such good energy to this, because we needed it. This reading was a lot, but it was dope. It was perfect. It was exactly what we needed. So I love you. I'll see you guys soon. Talk to you later. Peace.